Hey Taurus, TT is here with a channel message for all of my Taurians. If you guys are new, welcome to our love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. Let's jump right into this channel message. I hope that whenever this message finds you, that you are in great spirits. And let's get it. Let's go. I really feel like this is going to be a financial reading. All right. So if you have been feeling like there's been some stagnation around you being able to save, you being able to put away and kind of like have extra money left over to save for like the holidays or save for any other things that you want to do outside of adulting, okay? Outside of the mundane responsibilities and things like that, you know, saving for trips, saving for your future, your legacy and things like that. I feel like this has a lot to do with your mindset. Because the card that you have coming out is conscious consumer, okay? So Spirit is pretty much saying, Taurus, that you're going to have a lot of large money coming into you, okay? 10 of Pentacles energy is what I'm seeing. You're going to have a lot of unexpected funds coming in the near future. And in this season where you are waiting for that drop, you're waiting for that deposit, you're waiting for the harvest season to show up, they want you to start changing your mindset about the things that you enjoy purchasing, the things that you enjoy consuming, watching, indulging in, because as you change that, it's also going to shift you into the necessary perspective that you need in order to make more lucrative purchases. Because I feel as if Spirit is saying that like straight up, this is like, I don't know what they call it, like comfort buying, like purchasing things just to make yourself feel better, right? Not really getting to the root of the issue and really working on healing that aspect of what's going on the inside. So this way you're not buying frivolous things that really isn't going to set you up for the future that you know you're destined to have. Like there is a blessing coming towards you, but they're kind of slowing it down and having it come in smaller increments because your mindset hasn't evolved enough to be able to handle or be responsible with this amount of money or this amount of blessings that's coming your way. All right, so we have conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decisions to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only that which you need. So it's like Spirit is saying that when you get some money, it's like, okay, I'm going to just buy this, Amazon purchases, random things that show up as like a deal. You may jump on the deal and things like that. And I feel like Spirit is really wanting you to like take advantage of the large amount of money that's coming in towards you and start investing towards next year, or start investing towards stocks, bonds, whatever can create assets or lucrative residual energy for you. And this might also look like the things that you eat as well, because those small portions of expenses add up, right? Do you really need to go on down every aisle and grab what you don't need right now? So I feel like Spirit is also saying like get cookbooks and like start planning out meal preps or something like that. So this way you're not just buying excess bulk of things that you don't really need. Because I'm also seeing like coupon clippings and things like that. It's giving hoarding energy a little bit, okay? Bottom of the deck, yep, hoarding energy. We got declutter. As you declutter, it's going to support your dreams of abundance, right? So you have these big dreams, you have these big entrepreneur plans and things like that you are receiving a lot of downloads about. Like, so your ancestors, the angels, are giving you ideas on ways to be more lucrative and create residual income for yourself, right? But in order for that energy to come in, it's almost like you need to do like a road opener, or you need to do like a road opener in the sense of, I am donating these items here. I'm decluttering my home. So now the universe says, okay, you get the energy that you are engaging in, and now we can bring some extra things towards you, because you just have a lot of nothing. I just keep hearing donate, donate, donate. Help others through donating. So this may be like, for some of you, I am seeing a good karma coming back towards you for engaging in like feeding the homeless, donating clothes to, it's like they want you to give something of yourself or offer something to help someone else, and it's going to pay you back tenfold. So donating in any way, small donations, especially if you don't do any type of tithing or things like that to a major church, this is a great way for, as a spiritualist, for you to reap good karma from your choices to, you know, engage in that type of paying it forward type of energy. And Spirit is saying you don't have to go out there and buy extra. Like, look around your house, look and see what you don't use. All right, all of its value, nothing is trash. All right, channel messages for Taurus. All right, this is blessings, good karma. I'm also seeing Spirit is encouraging you as a confirmation, if you've been getting downloads, like, you know what, I want to create a collection pot and I want to help somebody that's maybe struggling, and I want to come up with a great donation, and kind of like this Thanksgiving or this Christmas, I like do something for a family or a homeless person or something like that. That's another confirmation for you as well. It's gonna like feed the energy back to you in a positive way. But let me get one card from this deck. So we have reflection, kindness, and compassion in reverse. Yeah, this is all about changing your perspective around your good heart, your good nature. So Spirit is showing me that many of you have had bad deals, okay? You've helped people that weren't really in need, right? Because we have relationships at the bottom of the deck. You tied yourself to people that really didn't need your help, but they used you. And now it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm going to hold on to what I have out of fear that if I give it to this person and they're lying to me, now I feel hurt. Now I feel scorned. Now I feel like I need to stop being so nice. I need to stop being so giving. It's really about you learning how to go through these life experiences without changing your kind nature, without changing your kind heart, giving yourself permission to see the beauty in the fact that you have a good heart, right? You don't want to see another person go homeless, or you don't want to see another person go without food or necessities or needs like that. But somewhere along the line, you've lost a lot helping family, friends, and they take. So you've came across a lot of takers, and in the process of being taken from, you've internalized it as a no. Don't do that. Learn from that lesson and never let it happen again. And I feel like what Spirit wants you to learn is the process of a conscious consumer, a conscious giver, and that even the giver has to learn healthy boundaries. And when Spirit shows you like, okay, I'm not telling you to change your kind nature, but I am telling you that this person has exhausted the kindness that you were meant to give them. And now it's time for them to go off and meet someone else that's also going to teach them something different. But learning how to let go of when that person is overindulging, over consuming, and now there's that unhealthy energy exchange between you, family members, and so forth. Everyone is deserving. All of us are learning on different paces, different speeds, and we kind of have created this rigid thing of giving, right? It's like, I'm gonna hold on to this one like because I don't want to like that person's content and I don't support them. And that is a stingy way of exchanging energy, right? Regardless of whether or not we resonate with something, we agree with it, energy is energy. So when you go about and you base your giving off of not if that person is deserving or undeserving, but rather this is an expression of God through me. And whatever it is that I do, this is a representation of me. It's not a representation of those that I come encounter with. You'll change the flow, you'll change the frequency, and you'll elevate not just yourself, but those around you, because you set the standard, you set the bar, you're the leader now of that type of frequency. And I feel like that's kind of what Spirit is trying to say here when it comes to relationships. That give and take, it's really more or less about, I was talking about this earlier today. It's the confirmation of the presence of a higher source. So you are the physical confirmation that God exists. How you show up in the world, you are that physical confirmation everywhere you go, as you sing about your day, as you go about your existence. Just like every earth angel, just like every person that you come encounter with, it can be a normal person that you just walk across, and you would never suspect that they have that much spiritual escrow hovering over them, like an angelic ring, right? Wings over them. And it's through that expression of that frequency. And they never take off their crown based off of the good or the bad experiences, and they allow God to lead their steps, lead their words, and in exchange they sleep good at night. And that's what it's all about. It's about retreating back to your nest and feeling as if you represented God in the way in which you feel God called you to represent God. God is not stingy. God is not fickle, afraid, or it's not, his love is not contingent on us being perfect. And I feel like that's kind of what Spirit is saying here. I'm speaking to someone today that is very sensitive. Okay, you're sensitive to energy. You're sensitive to things being done behind your back. You're sensitive to just the room. All right, everywhere you go, you're able to see that that's not a good family member, that's not a good friend. You're able to see all the negative things attached to a person, place, or thing. And sometimes seeing so much and knowing so much can warp your perspective, and it can create this detachment where it's like, I'm saving myself from unnecessary experiences. I'm saving myself from accumulating back karma. I'm saving myself from through not interacting or not confronting conflict that allows you to transform as well. There's always a twofold situation. When I was talking earlier to someone, I was speaking about the process of menstruation, right? And every culture has a different perspective, but if we're speaking about Mother Earth for a brief second, we go through this shedding process and we go through this pruning process, especially feminines, right? Of shedding what no longer is, and once a month, right? And a part of that process is also a way to release that energy. That's why there's full moon cycles every month and things like that as well. So you can give that back as an offering, as a gift to Mother Earth for, like, every egg that you shed is not void. That's kind of like what I'm picking up here. Every egg that you shed, it did something for you in that season it was meant to do for you, whether it was gathering all the trauma, gathering all the pain, and you going through the physical motions of releasing that. You are cleansed by that blood. So you have a very synchromatic power currently existing within you on a more frequent basis, and Spirit is kind of asking you to take a step back and get a sense and a grip around how you are interacting with Mother Nature, how Mother Nature is interacting with you, so you can also shift your perspective and release something. Because I feel like there's a memory in connection with sexual trauma. There's a memory in connection with financial trauma, right? Like I had to deal with this person because I was financially struggling, and they required that I had to give up my body, and I had to engage in certain activities with them, and it created a lot of trauma inside of your vessel that wants to be released. And even though you may not be with the person, your sacral chakra may still be holding on to that trifold, pressure of feeling as if I had to do what I had to do to survive. I had to do what I had to do to make ends meet. I had to stay married in that relationship, or I had to deal with someone I didn't really want to deal with, or I had to date someone I really didn't want to date with. Or in some cases, you may have been left with a bill through the form of children and responsibilities and things like that. Those types of traumatic experiences can create this disassociation with whatever you've created, right? And it's like, I wish I knew then what I know now, but that version of you already gave that sacrifice. That version of you already went through that life and death experience, so you can be free. So give her permission to be laid to rest. Give that version of your existence permission to be made rest, okay? This way the negative pattern isn't recreating in the next relationship or in the next experience or in general towards how you consume or how you interact with your reality. That's kind of like what I'm picking up here. I feel like you are healing you're going from victim to victor. And a part of that transition in the middle, it gets a little hazy. And I feel like in this hazy period, you may feel like you're being whooped. You may feel like, you're being spiritually whooped. You're being psychically whooped. You're being tortured. It's very gruesome. It's not a pretty process. So I empathize with this process as we all go through it. I go through it myself. It's something that's continuous. But what I can tell you is, allowing yourself to feel it is more healing than it is just saying, it's over, it's done. Sometimes you just gotta let yourself feel it again and again and again, necessary until it's really gone. And how you'll know when it's really gone is you're okay again. You're okay to interact with people. You're okay to consume again. You're okay to receive again. You're okay to get more things that needs to be cleared out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm okay with generating more experiences that are uncomfortable. And it comes in seasons and it goes in seasons, but ultimately you're getting your confidence back. You're getting your sex appeal back. You're getting your feminine energy back online, okay? Your desire for relationships in general. I feel like it's gonna be uncomfortable, but I do feel like the month of October in general, especially for those that are guided to this Love Nest channel, you're going to go through experiences this month where you find yourself leaning on family and friends for support. This is happening as a way for spirit to make you or force you to see that you have shielded yourself so much to the point where it's just like you, your dogs, your cats, right? And there's no desire to interact with another real human being. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's old and I don't want to be associated with it anymore, but I can't get rid of it. But it's a part of you. Even when you die. It's still a part of you. And there's like ancestors are really coming through, speaking through the environment, and they're kind of like, no, I'm gonna save you the heartache later by helping you go through it right now. And I feel like while the veil is thin in the month of October, you're gonna feel the presence of ancestors. You're gonna feel the presence of those that have come, left, retrieved wisdom that we can't see. And even if we don't communicate with them often, they're gonna make it very known that they are in the room, they are in the environment, they're walking with you, they're talking with you. And they don't cover you. They don't cover you, comfort you, and help you do this, you know, generational curse breaking that you're already doing. You know, you are the representative of your bloodline. You are the representative of your ancestors. Despite how you feel about it, okay? Hangman energy, like I said. Feeling trapped. Emotionally feeling like this is a punishment. I just got to be forced to stick it out. You know, I'm being forced to wait on divine timing and be patient. But in this space, you have the opportunity to remove, to minus the negative and then give it a positive. And this is going to happen in intimate conversations between you and yourself. Everyone has a different process. Me, I'm a journaler. Everywhere you go, you're going to find me with millions of books like these. You're going to find me writing. And that's because there's an intimate conversation that I have to have with myself, my subconscious mind. I have to ask, like, girlfriend, what's in that noggin? What's in that heart? Before I get up, before I put my feet on the ground, before I get out of bed and show up for my children, I'm showing up for my heart. I'm asking my heart, what does it feel? I give each chakra has its own spirit. It carries its own energy. And I'm checking in with each chakra and I'm asking myself, what do I feel that day? And each day is a new feeling and each day is a new process. And if I need to feel like, okay, that area is a little stuffy and I'm not really feeling my best in that particular moment, I let myself feel it, right? And then I write about those feelings. So I'm sharing my own personal testimony of what works for me. Sometimes I'll rip those pages out. If I feel like it was really gooky, I'll burn it, I'll bury it, I'll do whatever's necessary to really give it a different transformation. And I have to create something visually symbolic for myself, for me to really see it, because I'm an earth sign, right? So things have to be tangible for me. And I feel like Spirit is kind of saying, like, you aren't in a seating, you're not in a waiting room. You're in a season of removing, adding, right? Subtracting, adding, multiplying, dividing. And what skills do you want to learn, you know? What skills didn't you get to learn 20 plus years ago because you had to rush off and be an adult, right? Self-care. This is that part of our love nest journey where we all are embarking on that self-love and self-care. What does that look like for you? What new books are you reading? What new skills are you teaching yourself? How are you allowing those new philosophies and perspectives to integrate into your subconscious mind? How are you applying it into your life? Do you know what that looks like? And if you don't, it's time to start asking the right questions, like, how do I apply what I just read into my life? How do I apply the formula that I'm being given? How do I apply the confirmations that I'm receiving? These are the type of questions that Spirit is guiding you to consider, okay? How to be patient. Spirit is saying some of you need to ask that question, how to be patient. And I feel like the universe is going to start teaching you as you go about your day, as you're traveling in your car. I posted on the community tab a very profound message that Wendy posted in one of the comment sections, and I posted on the community tab. You can read it, but this is kind of the expression that I'm seeing here that she was describing from her life and her wisdom, right? She spoke something about, you know, if you're in traffic and a person is cutting you off on the highway, rather than being upset about what just happened to you and internalizing it and taking it personal, let them go. Let them pass in front of you. They're in a hurry. They got somewhere to go. But God, the presence of God is always taking its sweet time. And I thought that was the perfect analogy, examples that she shared. So check it out on the community tab if you're into it. Yeah, this is definitely hermit energy. Look at this. Because I feel like right now in this season while you're waiting, part of your logical brain wants to say, go back to school, work on your body, you know, do, right? What do you have that you can hold on to? It's still like, I want to hold on to something outside of me. I want to hold on to something tangible. And sometimes instead of holding on to something that requires you to be so committed and rigid, right? Because sometimes when we make commitments like going back to school, well, now we're not considering that we got to wake up on time, we got homework to do, we got a lot of obligations. Rather than picking up more obligations that are external to you, put a pen in your hand. The most powerful tool is in the palms of your hands. And sometimes that looks like a hug, that looks like a touch. Sometimes we just want to be touched, we want to be rubbed, we want to feel ourselves. We can be in our bodies, we can be doing so much and still feel disconnected from our own skin. And this is like that, the period where Spirit is saying, no, I don't need you to go and go teach yourself something and just go be good at something. I need you to stop all of that and do some self-care. Care for yourself. Check in with yourself. Because sometimes it's easier, as that's another coping mechanism, to process our pain, to process our healing journey from a space of, let me create something with it. Let me do something with it. So I know I learned it. So I know it's real. And really it's just a matter of being still. And it's just a matter of not having an answer. That is in itself is healing. And that's what I feel like Spirit is saying. Yeah, just not having an answer. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I could go buy myself something. Yeah, I can go do that. But today, I don't need an answer. I don't need it. I don't need anything. I just need to feel me again. And I feel like that's kind of like where the blessing is going to come from. Because it's going to open you wide open. Like it's going to crack you like a, what they call it? Like an acorn. Yeah, acorn. And it's going to be like, ta-da! You get the picture. You feel me? I feel like that someone here is shifting from the pursuit of happiness into embodying true happiness and joy. You're shifting from pursuing my happiness, pursuing my joys, pursuing my loves, my love for tarot, my love for helping other people, my love for anything, my love for showing up for my family, my love for showing up for my relationship. And I'm carrying love with me, and I'm allowing myself to see my own love be experienced through me. That's a whole nother type of ecstasy. It's almost like, you know, when you're at the pool and you bring that light with you, you bring that vibe with you, where everyone at the pool just wants to hang around you. Everyone at the pool, they gravitate towards you. Animals, wildlife gravitate towards you. It's because you're the embodiment of true happiness and joy. And what that looks like to move about the world and your experiences and your journeys with happiness inside of you versus outside of you. Right? Because it's never going to come from conversations, you know, with another person, or just saving yourself for that right person to have the right conversations with. There's so much along the journey that you're gonna bump into. Alchemy, healing. I told you this whole thing is about healing. This entire message, Spirit is really saying alchemizing and healing. I see here there's someone, all right, whoever you are, there's something that you love to do. I feel like you love crystals. I feel like you love, I'm hearing namaste, I'm hearing chakras, I'm hearing some of you like candles, you like herbs, you like bath stuff and different things like that, right? And you're just waiting for the money to support your dreams. And you know that it's going to be big. You know that everyone's going to need this healing package, this healing experience, right? Because I feel like what you're cultivating from scratch here is an experience, right? Yeah, you can get it from everywhere else, but they haven't had you yet, your unique flair yet, your unique expression yet. And I feel like you are desiring to have that large lump sum to go out and buy those crystals, to go out and buy those products and different things like that. But during this season where you're waiting on the money to show up, you're going to go through a spiritual activation, and something's going to happen where the crystals that you receive will be cleansed by you, they will be washed by you, and they will be infused with some type of magic that you possess. So during this period of waiting, right? Let's say you do candles and you do infused candles or infused incense, herbs, whatever it is that you do. It's just a crystal with limitless potential. But if you haven't programmed that crystal with your essence, no one gets to experience you. And this is why the patience that's required for you to hone in on your gift and really use yourself as the experiment of that healing first, so you know what works, right? Guaranteeing that they're going to experience, you know what they're going to experience because you've been through it, right? You're going to need to turn the water on. And some of you, the water that needs to be turned on is through your eyes, is through your emotions, right? Otherwise, it's just selling another product. It's just selling another consumer-based thing, and that's a fad. So Spirit's trying to set you up to be a trendsetter, not a fad that comes and goes, right? You're the real deal. You're the real McCoy. So it's not a punishment. It's an opportunity to allow your ancestors to give you the recipes, your ancestors to give you the remedies that only you can hear and you can receive because you carry and possess the DNA necessary, all right, to carry this type of, to wield this type of power, all right? Alchemizing. I feel like a lot of your clients are going to leave your shop. They're going to leave your places of business. They're going to leave your wherever you set up at. And they're going to feel like, man, I enjoyed myself at that retreat. I enjoyed myself at those healing waters. I enjoyed myself because I got to experience something that I can't quite put my finger on, but I felt the presence of God. I felt the presence, And I feel like this is the conviction that's trying to be expressed through you, but your heart has been hurt so many times and taken advantage of so many times that you're doing the work, right? You're getting the things together. You're setting up the material plane as best as you can, but you're also missing the core ingredient, which is you. And then there's a step that you're not capturing. That's what Spirit is telling me. There's a step about this that you're not capturing. Because some of you want to, I'm seeing someone wrap a gift, put a bow on it, and present it. You're ready to ship. You're ready to give it away, right? You're ready to give that love. You know, it's a normal modality for you to be in that season of, I'm ready to ship it up and give it away. I'm ready for someone else to experience this, right? But the finished product, you're ready to get the finished product done. So I hear you. You're ready to get the finished product done. But Spirit is saying it's not finished because 6 years of that journey, you went through shit. 6 years of that journey holds some type of purpose that you need to reflect on, and you need to give it a voice, okay? You need to give it a voice, right? Like it's easier to put things on the shelf and sell it. It's easier to do that. You got the hustle for it. You got the ambition. You got everything that you need. But what ain't easy is letting everybody see you at your most vulnerable spaces of your life. You reflecting on those things and feeling it all over again. That ain't easy. It ain't easy to let the rest of the world see what it felt like to really be alone. It ain't easy to really capture that moment in time. Maybe you're not a singer. You know, maybe you're not able to craft a beautiful poem that allows everyone to see it in a creative way. Maybe you're just meant to talk about it. Maybe you're just meant to share it with another person and another person and be a testimony in more than one way, right? But once we feel like, okay, I did the work and now I'm here, now I'm ready to be of service, right? But when God is in you, whoever I'm speaking to, when God is in you, it ain't enough to just be of service, because God wants to use you as a testimony. God wants to use you as a representative. So if you haven't captured that testimony in your own unique creative way and you haven't shared it, then you haven't given it your all. And that's kind of what Spirit is telling me. You haven't given it your all. And for those of you that I'm speaking to right now, and if I were to be sitting right in front of you and looking you in your eyes, and I asked you to take me back to that moment when you were at your lowest moment in time, when you didn't have the money, when you didn't have the recognition, 9 of Pentacles, when you didn't have your stability, when you were putting pennies together when you were afraid, when you didn't know how you were going to feed yourself, when you didn't know if you was going to survive for tomorrow, if you weren't going to wake up tomorrow, when you were at that moment in your life where you were really not wanting to get up again. Some of you are in that season right now. You're in that season right now. And you are listening, and you're using these messages as a way to keep your head up above water, to keep your chin up, to keep pushing, and it's working. Don't forget to capture this moment. Don't forget to be vulnerable in this moment. So many of us have kept the world away from that, the ugly side of the truth, so long, to the point where we're almost addicted to seeing what it looks like for reality TV. And so we aspire to be fictitious, because to say the names of the pains, to attach your name to that pain is hurtful. It's too real. You know what I'm saying? But for whoever I'm speaking to, this is your confirmation that that's the real that you came to deliver. And while you're going through it, right? While you're going through it, you may be saying to yourself, I don't think I could take someone else, another person that don't even know me, speaking on my situation. I don't think I could take another stone being thrown at me while I'm in this position. I get it. But every day is a visual page in your book. Every day that you feel like, you know, I have nothing to post, I have nothing to say, I have nothing to do, I have nothing to share, I'm not where I want to be, I'm not there yet. You're there right now. You know? I don't care if this is a weight loss journey. I don't care if this is a recovery with the illness journey, and you don't want to know that you're struggling with the illness. You don't want nobody to know because you feel like nobody gives a fuck. The deliverance that God is about to perform in your life is going to be a trifold blessing. And if you're willing to step out on faith, God's going to show you why you at this lowest moment of your life is the most wealthiest moment of your life. But it will require faith, and it will require obedience to yourself, because you have this gut feeling that I need to share something, that I need to say something, that I need to be vulnerable right now. But you're like, You start to think about who's going to see it. You start to think about who's going to watch it. You start to think about who's going to say something about me, and all those things starts to keep you stuck. And then you wait, and you wait, and you wait for the right moment. But the reason why the right moment hasn't come about yet is because God is waiting for you to see that just as you are right now. You may not have all the equipment, you may not have all the clothes, you may not be where you want to be, but you on time. Because what's going to happen for you ain't going to happen for everybody else. All right? It ain't going to happen for everybody else, because your blessing is internal. And God's going to give you the roadmap of how you did it. And then you're gonna bless this 10 times over in so many people's lives. You have no idea how many souls you are contracted to touch. Yeah, touch. See, the devil is busy. The devil don't want you to do that because it wants you to be working too fast to the point where you don't have time for it. So, some of you guys, your journeys are looking different. And some of y'all starting over from scratch. And you giving away everything. And you moving on. God is your source. All right? Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. All right, this is just deserving. You are a beloved child of God, like everyone else, and you deserve to receive the support that will allow you to focus upon your divine life purpose. Even if you can't recognize your lovable qualities, trust that God and the angels can see how amazing you are. All right? By Christmas, your life is about to look totally different. So get ready. All right? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's what I'm hearing. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Because I feel like you think you're waiting, but you're not waiting. Spirit waiting on you. Spirit is waiting on you. Inspiration. I told you you are an inspiration. How many more confirmations do you need? Okay, how you didn't let nobody rule you, control you, dominate. There's so many things that God has delivered you from. You know what I'm saying? You got a story. And it's so crazy because I'm just seeing someone wants to let it all hang out. Like you ready to let it all hang out. And I'm saying that in all variations of the context. So take it how it resonates. But you ready to dance underneath the moon, butt ass naked. Like you ready to just come out your skin. Like you feel this in your bones. It's like you having a bone marrow transplant or some shit. You shifting crazy. This is beautiful. Y'all, just one more thing you gotta do. I'm seeing someone, I don't want nobody to see this. I want to get a better space. I want to get a better this. I want to get a better that. You are better. You are. It don't get no better than where you are right now. Warrior, passion, fearlessness. Okay? You don't got to get to the end of the struggle for you to start to feel like you bona fide and qualified to even share something. You share it through the struggle. And you be vulnerable. I don't have my first page anymore. But if I could tell you how many times I hit the record button and went live, and I literally sat in the hospital, and as I'm in the hospital, I got my kid in the background on the fucking ventilator, and I'm crying. I'm crying on camera. Tears and snot rolling down my fucking face. I did not care. God had to take me to a point in my life where I stopped giving a fuck. It's the truth. Okay? Sleeping in my hot ass van on Mama Dirty Flow. Shit like that is real. And I feel like Spirit wants you to release this stigma around perfection, around image, around how you should show up for yourself, how you're supposed to go through these struggles. Because there's this karma attached to your bloodline that says, oh, you're not supposed to show nobody when you're going through something. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. Don't let nobody see you cry. Don't let nobody see your house dirty. Don't let nobody see this. Don't let nobody see that. So when people come around, you're like, oh, excuse my house, or excuse this, or excuse that. It's been keeping you sheltered and stuck and restricted from being able to freely express yourself. If a person comes over unannounced and they see something that they don't like in your space, that's them. That's not on you. If a person comes to you and they feel like, oh, I would never show that about myself, those are their limitations that don't belong to you. Snot is real. So if we produce snot and it shows up on your face, let it run. You get what I'm saying? But this distorted philosophy that we got to be dressed up perfect and looking a particular way in order to be accepted, nah. All right, rest and rejuvenation. Many of you, you're not meant to embark on this part of your journey where you have the perfect language and you talk real perfect. Maybe you don't know all the semantics to the spiritual practice and you don't know the right things to say. The reason why your tongue isn't capable of putting on a facade to fit the narrative of those in the audience is because you're not there to speak to them. You're there to speak to those that struggle with your dyslexia. You're there to speak to those that know what you mean when you say, you know what I'm saying? You're there to speak to those that understand your tongue. And this is why Spirit is saying you don't need to go and perfect the right language, lingo, and things like that. That would be you faking it. Right? Controlling drama, conflict of interest. So I feel like right now what you're coming up against is you're severing ties with this Anunnaki. All right? You're demanding that people around you accept you or fall away. And if they fall away, let them, right? But you don't have to pack your bag up and leave for the comfort of other people. Okay, y'all don't want me here anymore? I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go where I feel welcome. No, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to remain doing what it is that I do. And those that do not like it, there's the door. Did Martin ever remove himself from his house? He said no. Get to stepping. That's what pretty much Spirit is trying to teach you, is how to allow people to get to stepping for themselves, because they're meant to fall away and you're meant to be that person that they're gonna never forget, because for some reason them telling you what you're supposed to be doing, what you should be doing, them trying to control your tongue, control your expressions, control your lifestyle, or the expectation of what type of relationship you're supposed to have, they'll never forget you. Because you were meant to be that person in their life where they say, oh, that one person just irritated the fuck out of me because it's just too long. It's just too much this. It's just too much that. You don't gotta go, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here. That's all that's all we're gonna say about that. And I feel like that's exactly what Spirit is saying. Be happy. Remain in alignment with happiness and joy existing within you, and you will never go hungry again. You'll never go poor again. You'll never go without again. It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving. Your abundance will always shower over you. Taurus, this is all I got. For those that get it, you get it. And these readings are timeless, so you can always come back to it. Ooh, we have Loon, intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition, as you have a way of knowing. I told you, you're sensitive. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Bottom of the deck, you are a polar bear mystic. I love this card. It says, know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within you. Taurus, I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.